Hi everyone, welcome back to Stationeers Vulcan, Season 3, it's episode 44. So at the end of the last episode, I realized it was the end of the day, so I thought I'd go out mining. It's actually my second run out here. I've got to get out there, see the black hole starting to get high in the sky. I've managed to pick up a lot of cobalt. But, oh god, there's an incoming storm. Ah, I didn't even know. Okay, inside, let's stay safe. It wasn't flashing like that when I went out for the second time. So this is my second trip out during the night. First trip, I'll just show you what I did. I actually took the steel that I made, which was for some reason I left in this cupboard. I put that with the rest of my steel, and I got all this iron. I'm going to need, this is not for steel, believe it or not, even though it looks like I'm piling up another stack of steel. This is actually for iron. Because if I'm going to extend my greenhouse out, if I'm going to triple the size of my greenhouse, I've worked out I need about 70 hydroponic trays. And they're 10 iron each, so that's 700 iron I'd need. So we've got a ton of resources here. I don't even want this cupboard here. It's kind of in the way. Look at all this. This is crazy. 250, almost 250, 242 of that stuff. Put that there. But yeah, I kind of want to move this cupboard across, which I'll do soon. Okay. Yeah. I probably put it there or something. I wanted this machine there. I'm not sure if there's enough space. Also, I want the cupboard close to where I'm doing furnace stuff. So probably right there, this cupboard's going to go. Yeah. I might be easier. Well, how's this battery doing? I'm trying to drain this battery. Right, what I would like to do is move this across. In fact, I can do that right now. One step at a time, one step at a time. I've got a habit of trying to do too many things at once. So we're going to grab this cupboard. This locker, sorry, they're called lockers, not cupboards. We're going to put it there. Really, I want to move these cables and move it across a bit closer, but that's okay. And we'll just transfer all the contents from this cupboard into that cupboard. Now this episode here, there's a lot of things I want to do. I want to get that greenhouse. I want to get it completely enclosed and start evacuating it. That's definitely something that needs to be done. I'll put that one there, in preparation of the greenhouse. I need to do some massive rewiring of this base. I am not at all happy with the current state of this base in terms of wiring. Oops. I think one of these silicon stacks I should do in my old furnace. There we go. And we'll drill this one up. There we go. And we'll chuck it here. But yeah, I'm not, there's nothing currently coming off of this right now. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to actually connect this battery up probably to my advanced furnace and the advanced furnace circuitry. And this battery here is going to, it's doing some horrible looping and stuff. It's going to probably bypass it all and connect up to my H2 combustor and weather station. So I want to separate that out of those two batteries there. So there's a lot of things I want to do. I'm going to need a lot of cables. Definitely what's going to be needed. So just normal cables. Another thing I want to do is, I don't think I want this this battery here, I'm thinking of connecting that to my cooking area and my old furnace arrangement up there, and instead running this further and connecting it to there. In fact, I kind of want these two batteries to be handling air conditioners. That's my old furnace and cooking area. This here is going to be my machines. Yep. And my fridges, which are currently, what am I stuck on? which it currently already is. And this battery here, I'm going to run it through the wall for a bit of extra space. So I want to clear this out of the way and run it through the wall, and it can power all my machines. So I have a plan. I just got to put the plan into motion. It's a big job, and there's an incoming storm, which makes that job all the more difficult. I would like to make some Inconel since I have 0. What do I need for Inconel again? Just a quick look onto the advanced furnace setup. 2 gold, 1 nickel, 1 steel. Yeah, I got a light extra steel. 2 gold, 1 nickel, 1 steel. So 2 of those, 1 of those, and 50 steel is all I need. Where is all my steel? Just 50. It's currently set for 400, so we'll drop that to... Oh, actually, we could have just risen it to 450 instead. That would have been better. Yep, I should move this machine across as well. I don't want this here anymore. So we end up with a 450 stack. I'll put that in there. The iron, I got 233 of it. Not the greatest amount. So yeah, I'm gonna make some Inconel at some point. I'm gonna put the steel there. I'm not gonna do that yet. I don't need the Inconel yet, but I'm just getting it all ready to go. One thing I would like to do is change this battery arrangement here. I want this line to be going down over there, just to create more room. I think I can do all this from inside. So I can point this up. There we go. And just curl that around. There we go. That should have worked. So how are we going over here? I've been pumping CO2 into there. So how much CO2 do I have? 10k mole. I would like more. That's been left on the whole time. I want my plants to actually rot and disappear. 6% health. Time to drink and eat. I want this at like 90%. Good. And we'll get some food in us. Do we have any baked potatoes ready to go? Yep, good. So we'll eat up the rest of this baked potato, and then we'll start on this one here. Okay, so get our food and water situation all sorted out. Okay, and this cable's going to go straight through there. I can speed up this process to some degree by charging batteries on this line. Okay, as I was saying, I want more CO2. God, I don't have much. Well, we'll pour this in here. How much do I have stored up in my furnace queue? That's not my furnace queue. Oh, it is. Oh, I got a ton stored up. Okay, so I can pour all this into my filtration machine. I haven't checked my filters in a while. So before I do that, let's just make sure my filters are all happy. And my hydrogen filters, CO2 filters are great. Oxygen filters are good. What about the oxygen filters in here? 40 and, oh, that's a heavy filter. Yep, they're all good. Yeah, let's actually just pour them all in. Where are all my, I didn't leave. Sorry. Radiators, yeah, good. I was going to say, did I put radiators on this thing? That'd be nuts. Alright, let's suck this out. And let's get it into my system. Mainly because I didn't have enough CO2 to put in. Now more CO2 is piling into this machine, so CO2 is going to pile into here. And we're going to run this air conditioner. You know what? I'm just going to drop it to negative 200, so it does a much faster job of it. Okay, we got 1500 moles. About 1500 moles at a time is generally pretty good. But we'll go to 2000 this time. If I accidentally overcool it and it gets down to like -50, I can just add more super hot gas to it. Okay, I want the extra CO2 because, as you know, I'm expanding this thing. So this thing's getting expanded out. What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I need to weld all those and put all the walls in place. Lots to do, lots to do. Speaking of walls, I can rip all these things up. I've been meaning to do this for a while just because I want to get rid of that thing. I do probably will need to do gas captures now that I'm expanding the greenhouse. So I do want to have this switch somewhere, but where's my gas capture vent? It's this thing here. And that's currently connected to, what, nothing? I think it circles round. I can't actually see. I have to go out there to see. These pipes here are no longer necessary. And these aren't either. I don't know if I should be chopping those pipes up while this is sucking stuff out. Yeah, it's still going. How quickly is this doing this job? It's taking its time. There's a lot in there. It's almost 2k moles in there. And I'll have over 2k moles more to go after that. So while there's gases in here, oh, it's just X. There's no oxygen. Or trace amounts. Yeah, we can wait till that finishes and then we can fix this little bump later. Okay, I do want to move this. I want to run... Yeah, what I'm thinking is this battery here is going to run my cooking area and my furnace up there. And these two batteries are going to run air conditioners, which means I probably need a lot more heavy cables. So that's going to be part of the rewiring job. This is going to wire my advanced furnace. I can get some of this in place now. So, wait, what? Yeah, I can't build there because there's a locker, a shelf there. I might have to either stretch it through there. No, I can't do that. I'll have to go up along there, around the building basically. So like this. I'm gonna have to go outside to get the majority of this done. I want to stand on top of this thing, not fall in that gap there where I can get stuck. There's a shelf there as well at the end. I'll have to put it on the wall next to it. So this'll go out there, and then it'll go up to the roof, and then across the roof, and over to my advanced furnace. So that's something I'm going to do once that storm has come and gone, once it's passed. Now let's go back to this job here. No, I do not want a nuclear battery in there. This arc welder is going to be used a lot very soon. What on earth? What the what? Okay, that's fine. That's full. We'll just fill them all up while we're here. That's full. Yep, all those tools are full. That's good to know. Sensor lenses, I did that first, didn't I? Yep. Drill. It's a nuclear battery in my drill. Yeah, I thought so. There's a large battery there. So what we'll do is we'll put a large battery in my drill. Eventually I'm going to have a nuclear battery in there, but yeah, now finally we can do this. And that really did not even make even the slightest dent on my battery. Why aren't you draining? I can connect you to air conditioners and stuff, I guess, if I want to make it go faster, empty faster. But at the moment, this is just a battery emptying. This is just for emptying, you know, for recharging my batteries. Eventually, I want to run that through there. Okay, you should be done by now. Good. And you just keep cooling, my friend. Yep, that's good. Storm will hit any second now, any second. Okay, how much of this rewiring can I actually do from inside my base? Oh, actually, I was not rewiring. I was ripping these up. I don't want any of these walls here, I've decided. I mean, they're good to put stuff on, I guess, switches and things. If I need a wall, though, I'll put it there later. There's nothing there, there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Okay, let's get all the plastic. The storm is in full swing now. I'm going to leave these walls here because they're housing a lot of things on them. I guess I don't need them. The more of these walls I have, the easier it's going to be for my greenhouse, I guess. I'll be using these in my greenhouse very soon. I kind of want to get rid of all these iron walls. Iron walls are ugly. We'll get the important jobs in place first. I do have some pressure in there. I could do stuff with that. You know, process a ton of iron, for instance. That's something I could be doing. Wait until after the storm. Okay, let's actually have a look at material-wise. What have I got ready to go? Not enough walls. Well, I've got enough frames. I want to keep them on me anyway. More than enough plastic, obviously. Not enough glass. The logic switch. I want to... I'm not sure where I'm going to put it for a gas capture. I mean, it's... You know, is that going to be in the way of stuff coming out of the machine? I don't think it is. The problem is I need to get it on the same circuit as this cable here. I could put it on the roof. That's an interesting idea. The gas capture on the roof. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Where am I going to connect it to cable-wise, though? So that cable doesn't currently have anything to connect to. I'll have to run a cable down the roof. Or I can connect it to one of these things over here. Can't really see up there right now, but I will have another cable. Yeah, it doesn't have to be on the same system as this. It can be on a different system. I think that's what I'll do, because I'm going to have cables going along the roof. I have to bypass this whole advanced circuitry, advanced furnace circuitry, and have another cable that goes along the roof. Maybe down this line if it's available, and connecting... Oh, not there. That's part of my advanced furnace. Connecting all the way over to here. So it's going to be tricky to rewire it, but I will. But I think that's what I'll do. I'll actually just put my switch here. Something. I mean, heck, I can put it there. I want it alongside. Why can't I put it there? What is sitting there? There might be a cable there. It doesn't hurt if I put it here, I guess. And basically, this is my gas capture. That's fine. And what we'll do is we'll have that there. That there. And any excess cables I have there, I'll dig up. And I'll have a line that goes over there somewhere. This loop is going to go. What I'll do is I'll take this thing here and I'm going to move it across. I'm not sure where. Maybe in line with here or something. Okay. Storm is still raging on out there. Let's get this in place. I'm probably going to need more heavy cables for this. I don't know, I'm going to be digging up a lot of heavy cables. But what I'm thinking is... I'm going to have one cable that just goes straight up like this. And like that. And another cable. I might circle this around like this. Oh. Okay, I'll throw that one there first. No, there we go. Another cable which goes up like here. And these two batteries are my air conditioner batteries. As to this is actually going to connect to probably a power controller, which is going to be in this little corner here somewhere. And that power controller is going to... Oh, it's nighttime. It's daytime. I mean, it's... Well, it is, yeah, it's eventually... It's very soon going to be daytime. Where's all my steel sheets? Do I have any? I can't finish off my thing without them. Some logic there. I'm going to need that logic for my gas capture. I needed to get building this day, this next coming day, I'm going to do just a lot of building. I could have been doing building right now, but yeah. Let's see if we can fix up something at least in the short amount of time that I have. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have a, yeah, straight down. I think so. Straight down. I'm going to do this like this and do that. Oh, I should have disconnected this first. I could be blowing cables by short-circuiting the system like that. Hope I didn't blow anything. I don't know, I'm not sure how that works. Sometimes you put cables in a loop and it creates a short circuit and blows stuff, and sometimes it doesn't do anything. So yeah, not sure there. 143 degrees, but I do want to get rid of this horrific loop. I think it's driving me nuts. 152 degrees. Okay, let's get inside. There's a lot more I need to do out there. I just don't have time. So one thing I'm going to want is a ton of steel sheets by the looks of it. Sheet. I thought I made a ton of steel sheets when I made that. Yeah, I don't see any steel sheets anywhere.
Hydration critical.
Iron frames, iron walls. No, I must have been thinking of a different time. I don't have any steel sheets. Normally I wouldn't just make a ton of frames and not the sheets, but I guess that's what I did this time. So I'll leave those sheets going because I need a lot of them. This is coming down nicely in temperature, which is good. Now, what do I need? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 3, 24. 24 steel sheets to complete all that. Well, there's 11. Okay, just need to double that. As for kit walls, what do I need? What do I need? Let's turn this on again. Get some oxygen out of there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So it's like 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 is 18. Really? 6, 12, 15. But 15 plus 18, 33. I need 33 walls. I've got 16. So another 17 walls will do me. So what do we got? 22. We get a couple more. 1, 2. Did I say 24? I can't remember. Yeah, well, I'll assume I got it right. Okay, so walls. Yeah, we need 17 of these. Oh, because I've already got some of these done. Yeah, so it's actually just 3 times 4 is 12, double is 24. Okay, okay. Another thing I'm going to need, I really want to move this machine. Another thing I'm going to need is active vent, passive vent, and, well, I've got some pipes, don't I? I don't know, I might need 2 pipes. I'm not sure exactly. I don't need that many passive vents. And my greenhouse is going to be so big, I'm probably going to need another air conditioner. So maybe, where do I put the new air conditioner? This one air conditioner is good for this one little room, but I might even need 3 air conditioners. So it's a bit of a problem. Bit of a pickle trying to figure out what to do here. How many of these things do I have? 10. Puts me on 26. I said I needed 34. Which means I'm going to need 34 glass as well. So silicon, get in the machine. That's good. Black hole, middle of the day. Might be a good time to make some Inconel. Middle of the day while my advanced furnace doesn't get cooled down too much. So what do we got? We got 31. Ugh. 32. 33. That's all I need, I think. We'll make one more just to be safe. I mean, I do want more than one. I do want more. I want to replace all those with steel walls. I just don't want to rip them up while I've got shelves on them. That's all. I got more than enough plastic, obviously. What I need is glass. Glass sheets. And yeah, we need like 20 of them. I did want to do a lot of rewiring, but that storm has kind of messed up the whole point of this episode. So it might be better just to do the greenhouse and rewire next episode. I don't know. There's a lot of battery power I'm not using. That's what annoys me. But on the other hand, I kind of want to get the greenhouse set up and running sooner rather than later. So I can get it evacuated. I think I only need 33, but 34 will do. Oh yeah, that should be fine for my greenhouse operations for now. I would like a few more steel sheets to go with these frames. I got to think about the air conditioning, the cooling. I could use wall coolers, I guess. That's another option. But yeah, maybe I continue this line and I have air conditioners like... I have another air conditioner alongside it. Maybe a special air conditioning room. I'm not entirely sure. Why have I got two? I should delete that. I can grab those things there. I don't need those. It's fine. Okay, black hole is past the middle. I was actually thinking of doing Inconel, but maybe not. I'll do it another time. Yeah. I could also be thinking about Astraloy. What do I need? 400 steel for that? Astraloy would be good too. Okay, what else do I need? I probably will need more cables. More heavy cables? One thing that has definitely been bugging me for a while is the fact that my windmills just... I've got extra space up there for wind turbines. I think I can fit, what's that, 3 blocks? Let's get a closer look. 1, 2, 2.5. I can definitely fit 3 there. Probably 4. I'll get 3. And I'll fill that in while I'm at it. Wind turbine. Upright wind turbine. Oh, need iron. Nothing in there. I got steel and silicon in there. I might leave them in there because I don't know what I'm going to do. These things take longer than I thought. Where can I put logic? If I put logic down here somewhere, it will have to connect to this. So this might as well connect to this line here. There we go. There's my 3. I'll stick with 3 for now. Oh, sorry. It's my phone going off. I'll just switch it off. Yeah, so if I do put logic on the floor here, like here or something, I'm going to be walking all over it as I push this button, which is annoying. But I'm going to get floor coverings in here at some point. But if we go reader and then writer and then connect all those up with cables and then connect this switch up, we could get some gas capturing going. Okay, black hole's getting low. I'll be going outside in a second. Speaking of, let's get this back up to 20 degrees. I don't want it to be too low. That's 19 degrees. Ideally, I want it to be about 19 degrees. Black hole's low. What's the temperature out there? Yeah, I can go outside now. This is good. Let's just hit this button here. About 20 is fine. Let's stop this. Yep. Oh, God, I'm hitting the tank. That's good. That's good. We'll just let that run, I think. It is emptying quickly, but those last micro traces tend to take time. Okay, we'll replace this. Let's get outside. Let's get some stuff done. Okay, a lot of stuff to do. I want to move this machine over as well, but I'm not sure how I'm going to use that space yet. So I'm putting it off. Okay, so one thing that can definitely be done really straight away, just to create some room in my inventory, is this thing here. One, two, three. No, not quite enough room for another one. I could extend this line out, but it's already very long as it is. Anyway, health low? Oh, it's fine. I could have eaten something though before I got in there. Before I came out here. That's it. Those are in place. That's good. Another thing that needs to be done really badly is I want to get this thing evacuating. What I should do is make some smart canisters. My propellant, I could be using a smart canister and double the amount of propellant I have before I have to refill. So that needs to be considered. A lot of little tasks I could be performing. Something to do during the day, I guess. Okay, and that'll be tripling the size of my greenhouse. Yep. All this for oxygen production, basically. I wanna oxygenate my whole base. I wanna have an oxygen atmosphere that I live in all the time. I don't like living in a vacuum. I don't like that I can't hear my my alarm. So I'll probably just use this cable here, and I'll just run this there like this. And yeah, it's going to be sucking out the gas, and I assume it's all good down here. Hopefully this doesn't present any problems, just me slapping on a passive vent there. Yeah, and that'll be the system pretty much. And I'll just... This is just temporary, of course. This is not a permanent solution. This is just, I got to get... I want it to be a vacuum, basically, so that when I open these windows up... Yeah. And I can turn that on once I got the rest of the walls in place. So when I open these windows up, I'm not mixing bad gases with my greenhouse gases. I mean, if I really want, I can actually pump a bunch of CO2 in here first, and then open it all up. That's definitely a possibility. But, I just want to get this whole area done and evacuating before sunrise. And then I'm going to work on the wiring of my base a little bit. The tricky job, the base wiring. I've been unhappy with it for a long time. I mean, that's actually normal. You know, at the start, you're kind of just shoving everything anywhere because you've got a particular urgent purpose you need met. But then once you've met all your purposes, you look around and it's just it's a mess. Wires everywhere, things in the wrong place, and you end up having to do quite a lot of restructuring of your base. So it's a fairly normal way that this game progresses, really. Some people just leave their bases a giant mess. I might leave that one because I'll hit the button and then fly up. Some people leave their bases a massive mess, but it just gets hard to do things. What you really want is just a beautifully automated base, which you don't have to think about. Oops, there we go. Okay, that should be right, because I counted that I would have one extra glass left at the end. So I'm just going to do that, which will suck all the gases out of my base. And there we go, that should suck all the gas out of this area. Throw it out here. And we're creating a vacuum in there. Beautiful. There's one problem solved. Now, the other problem is how am I going to air condition the whole thing? Yeah, and also what I'm thinking here is rather than have the 2-lane gap along this wall here, I want it mirror imaged. So I want to have one line down here and have the 2-line gap going down this wall here. That'll make it easier for me to do things. But I can have little offshoot areas here that can hold air conditioners and stuff. We'll probably fill all this line in and air condition all along here. I don't know. I'll think of something. In fact, this might just become an entranceway, a doorway right here, which leads to a bunch of air conditioning units. I don't know, but anyway, more work that needs to be done. So I wanted to know what was going on with this thing here. Yeah, and I wanna connect this whole thing up. So where do we want our cable to go through? Well, first things first, let's do this. Straight down there. I think, yeah, straight down here is the way to go. I'll do the rest of the stuff inside, but I head straight down and I circle around all those, and then I should be able to do this. One thing I remembered right now is I have to name this now. This is lever gas capture, and this is active vent gas capture. And this whole purpose of this is to, yeah, pull atmospheric gases out for CO2 to be turned into oxygen via a greenhouse. Okay, let's deal with this monstrosity here. I've got these 2 cables set up ready to go, and I'm probably going to be doing some kind of bunny hop. Well, it doesn't make sense for me to bunny hop 2 cables, does it? Although they're going to be along those walls there, so I don't know. We'll bunny hop them for now, but I'm not really happy about it. It just seems better to bunny hop 1 cable than 2. Alternatively, I need a different way to get this main power line to this array here. And there are lots of ways I can do that. So anyway, this... Oh, I tried to reach for pliers. Yeah, this is going to go like this. Bunny hop. I need to eat and drink. This is kind of getting crazy. Do this. And so what's happening here is this cable's running all the way down to there and connecting to both those things. But I don't want that. God, this is a mess as well. Needs to be dealt with. I actually want one cable connecting to my greenhouse, and so this is greenhouse and oxygen, and this is everything else. I've got a lot of reorganizing here. I actually want my CO2 to be connected to that line there instead, which I have to do internally. But everything else is going to be connected here. So I would rather have the cable go along here, like this, and in here, like this. It'll just be neater that way, and we'll get rid of these. That's the sun rising. I still haven't done all the stuff I wanted to do. So yeah. And oh god, this is not good. Health critical, hunger caution, and my greenhouse air conditioner is currently attached to nothing. Oh, there's pipes everywhere where I want cables to be. Oh, actually, I can run it through there. black hole's rising. I gotta rush. I want to get this connected before... Where's my second line? I'm out of cables. I don't have enough cables to do this. Okay, let's borrow them. The air conditioner battery is the highest priority. The greenhouse air conditioner is the highest priority. I gotta make sure that thing is definitely operating. Need to borrow a few more. I'll get the rest of these done. I'll put these back later. 140 degrees out there. Okay, that should get my air conditioner running, at least in my greenhouse. Let's get out of here. There's so much more to be done, but yeah, unfortunately, the black hole is not cooperating with me. Why can't you stay set? Some things that obviously need to be done is water. Let's get to 80. Just 80 will do. Yeah, that'll do. Let's get some food. I'm running with wire cutters, which are not very safe. God, I've gone through all those potatoes so quickly. Canned French fries. It's just such a better use of stuff. What is the time on these? That's fine. So I got another stack of potatoes there. I've got potatoes forever. Food is not an issue. Pile out like 4 or 5 of those. Also, I've got all sorts of stuff in here ready to be canned, which I've got to do at some point. How much room do I have for potatoes here? Yeah, 1, 2. I want to have 4 more. Just so I don't have to think about them later on. Can always run to the fridge, grab a baked potato whenever I want. There we go. Okay, so I've fundamentally changed how I do this. Oh, this is no longer being powered, but it's evacuated anyway, so it doesn't matter. We've got 11,500 gas in there. This thing I left running, I'll turn that off to save thing. I'll just let the oxygen accumulate for now. So, one of the things I'm doing here is actually, yeah. I'm basically using my greenhouse, my carbon dioxide air conditioner, my greenhouse air conditioner can be and my oxygen air conditioner. Those 3 air conditioners are going to be the same for the time being. I mean, the oxygen air conditioner I don't run very often. This runs non-stop all the time. This I run in bursts when I want to cool more CO2. Now, I'm still debating whether that was the right call or not. My hydrogen air conditioner is probably going to run. I'm going to be running it a lot more. I want to create enormous amounts of water, which means that I need to deal with my water room as well. I actually want to expand that water room. I want to make it much larger, jut it out a bit, and have just water tanks galore. And I would like to know how much water is in my water tank. I should put a console there to do it. I'm at the 44-minute mark of this video though, so that's not a project I want to take on right now. There's a lot of projects that I want to take on right now, and what am I doing? I'm sure people were watching that and thought that was ridiculous. Obviously I need a lot more heavy cables. It's got very next night time. The first thing I'm going to do is go and connect my air conditioners back up. This is what I meant to be doing. So I've started the rewiring process, but there's so much to do, like separating my my H2 combustor circuitry from my advanced furnace circuitry. Yeah, I might even get a dedicated battery for my greenhouse air conditioners, like down there. So I'm thinking of actually expanding that out, like I was talking about, and having some batteries and air conditioners together. So expanding this out and having like an entire service area behind my greenhouse. Just, 2 wide will do, I think. Maybe. I don't know if I have enough room there for air conditioners and large batteries. But having a couple of large batteries dedicated, because I'm going to want large batteries to handle the lighting as well. See, the grow lights are pulling a lot of power too. So this expansion of my greenhouse is actually quite large. There's a lot going on there. The main thing, let's just keep going with these. I actually think I'm going to need to cool down a lot more CO2. So I think what I just did was not the right call. I think I should keep these separate for now. Just so I know this is perfectly safe and my greenhouse won't be overly cooled. I mean, my greenhouse won't ever run out of power. That's what I'm most interested in. I think I might instead continue with my original idea for now. Later on, I will. Yeah, I'll be using that other battery to do this, and this will have its own separate set of batteries. I think that's the way to do it. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, just for the safety of my greenhouse air conditioner. This thing here just won't die. Die! Die! I mean, it's not. I could just rip it up. It's not really a problem. Okay, as you can see, we got lots of stuff. The black hole is still a distance offsetting. Gold. Oh my god, look at my gold situation. I wonder. That should do me for the cables. I wonder. Do I have any gold? I've got gold there. Do I have any gold in my actual cupboard over here? Wondering what the temperature in there is. Yeah, I can run some gold through. Ugh, I was saving these 2 stacks of gold for something else, for advanced alloys, but my gold situation is getting a bit grim, so I'm just going to run the gold through now. Do I have any gold on me? 24, yeah. We'll run the whole lot through right now. Right now is as good a time as any. It just has to stay above 327 degrees. In fact, chucking this gold in might actually heat it up. The oxygen gets released by the gold, combines with the hydrogen. Don't be surprised if that bursts up to 1,000 as most of my new oxygen gets consumed. I hope it doesn't. There we go, 124 gold. That's good. I have got copper here. I can just bang that through while I'm at it. While the greenhouse is still hot, of course. While the furnace is still fairly hot. It'd be nice to just grab a bit more. Thank you. I've got more I can put through, but that'll do for now. Gold was a problem. Okay, it's almost nighttime, and I've got massive job ahead of me rewiring everything. I also need to go mining for gold, but I don't want to do that just yet. 145 gold is fine. First priority, of course, is rewiring the heavy cables, but I'm going to need a lot of normal cables as well. And one thing I was doing was this. I haven't actually completed this. Why didn't I complete this? I got sidetracked by something. I'll rewatch the video and find out what I got sidetracked by. There we go. And, oh, how do I get... we'll run it along here. There we go, and we can actually gas capture if we want to as well. These things are going to pile up. I actually need like 80 of them or something, so It's not a problem if they pile up a bit. There's 40, I'm halfway there. This is logic reader gas capture. Logic writer gas capture. Good. And it's just a case now of setting the thing. The input will be the lever gas capture. Yep. The variable will be open. The input will be the logic reader gas capture. Yep. The output will be the active vent gas capture. I think I would have found it quicker that way. And it'll be on. So when I pull this, it'll cause a gas capture to happen. Let's stop that. Time to go outside and get a bunch of wiring done, but it's also time to end the episode. 33. How did I end up with 33? An odd number? Oh, because I just used some cables. One thing I'm going to do to begin with, though, is I'm going to start the gas capture process. So we should be able to see it in action. So pull this lever, and it should be filling up my tank with 126 degree CO2, which is good. I want to do that. It's also going to fill up my hydrogen tank, and it's going to fill up my X tank. This is at 16 megapascals. So I got to be careful with this. I got to remember to turn this off. Hopefully I notice it and remember it. Okay, everyone, I'm going to end the episode here. First thing I'm going to do... Oh, no, hang on. Before I end the episode, let's replace all those cables. Then we'll end the episode. I can go on a quick little mine. I also want to turn this on. I want to start evacuating this thing. Oh, come on. Just kicked it around. Yeah, it's over 200 degrees. I want to get the air conditioning thing. So a lot of things running out here. I got to remember to turn them on, turn them off. One last job here, just to finish what I was doing last time. Just this. I mean, this is not even going to be the proper arrangement. Now, what I want to do is actually remove this cable here and get rid of those bunny hops, and instead connect this power, maybe go straight up and connect it to the main line along here somewhere. Maybe way out here might be the way to do it. Just over top of my furnace or along this line here. Have it just going there that way. That's something that needs to be done. Right now I'm going to just do a tiny bit of mining off screen and then start the next episode. Not much mining, just a tiny little snippet of it. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series, and I hope you all come back to see what happens next. Bye for now.